says you want to find the volume of these solid figures. So we're looking at not just each individual one, but overall, what is the total volume for this? So in order to solve that, what we need to do is find the volume of each part individually. So we have a cone, which is 1/3, oops, 1/3 capital B, capital H, where our base is a circle, so that's pi r squared h. So here's the volume of our cone. We also have the volume of this cylinder next, which is capital B, capital H. The base is a circle, so pi r squared h. And then we have the volume of this hemisphere down below, so that's going to be 1/2 the volume of a sphere, 4/3 pi r cubed. And so if we cancel or reduce this, we get 2/3 pi r cubed. So here's our generic formulas for these three solids. And we're just going to combine them all to get our overall volume. Okay, so as we start to work through this, the first thing that we would look to do is find the volume for this cone. So in working with the cone, we're told that the cone has a height of 9. So we know that this measure is 9. We can plug in our values here. 1/3 pi, the radius is 3 squared times 9. Okay, so this 3 cancels with one of these powers of 3. So we wind up with 3 times 9, which is 27 pi. So here's the area, or here's the volume for your cone. Okay, next we have the volume of this cylinder. Okay. We know that 9 of this 20 centimeters represented the height of our cone. So what does that leave us total for the cylinder and hemisphere? 11. And so this is where a lot of you have gotten stuck. And now what? Right, we know in this cylinder that the radius of the circular base is again going to be 3. So we know that this measure right here is 3. But what we don't know is what portion of 11 is this height. Well, we do know that in this hemisphere, every point that lies on the surface of this hemisphere is going to be how many units from the center? 3. So what does that mean this distance from here to here is? That's going to be 3 units out of that 11. So what's left for this portion? 11 minus this 3, or 8. So you get the height of your cylinder in that fashion. So 3 squared is 9. 9 times 8 gives you 72 pi. And then our final calculation, we get 2/3 pi. Our radius was 3 cubed. This 3 cancels with one of the powers of 3. So we have 3 squared, which is 9 times 2. So we get 18 pi. And so the last thing we can do here is just combine all of these. 72 and 18, that gives us 90 plus 27. So we have, for this, a total of 117 pi. And if we calculate that, 117 times pi, put it into decimal form. Again, I don't know if I had you write it in that form, but we get 367.57 approximately. The units are centimeters. It's a volume, so it's 3-dimensional or cubic centimeters for our overall measure.